show. I'm Bob Shamansky, and it's truly an honor to be here with Senator Max Cleland, United States Senator Max Cleland. Senator Cleland has served our nation with courage and distinction, first on the battlefield in Vietnam, and later as Senator of the United States Senate. I'll introduce the Senator in just a few moments. For now, let me say that before he was elected to the Senate, Senator Cleland served as Georgia's Secretary of State. And when the senator was in that office, every vote in Georgia was cast freely and counted fairly. In Ohio, well, let's just say that things have been a little different. That is, under Mr. Blackwell. Of course, that's why Mr. Cleland became a senator and why Ken Blackwell will not become governor. We both also, Senator Cleland and I have a few things in common. We both know what it means to answer our nation's call. We both spent a lot of time in military hospitals, and we both know what it's like to suffer major injuries and to be disabled. He much more seriously than I. That's why it breaks my heart to see what's happening in Iraq. We know now that not a single justification given for that war was true. Not a single one of them. There were no weapons of mass destruction, no connection between Saddam Hussein and 9/11, and no link between Iraq and Al-Qaeda before our invasion. And now, after 3 years of incompetent planning, bungled strategy, and failed predictions, Iraq is a mess. 23,000 Americans have died or been wounded because of our involvement there. Over $300 billion has been spent so far, and there is still no victory or even an end in sight. More than 100 American soldiers, sailors, and Marines were killed last month alone. And what's growing in Iraq now is civil war and death squads, not democracy. Despite all this, President Bush and Pat Tiberi keep telling us we must stay the course. But what they won't tell us is what they hope to accomplish or what that course is. Well, I say that stay the course is a slogan, not a strategy. We need an exit strategy for Iraq and a timetable for withdrawal that is set by the military, not the politicians. And then we must redouble our efforts against the terrorists like Osama bin Laden, who truly threaten us today, continuously. So let me conclude my remarks with this. Throughout this campaign, Mr. Tiberi has refused to run on his record or talk about the issues. Instead, he has attacked me personally and tried to smear me time and time again. He's run television ads implying that I'm a carpetbagger who cheats on his taxes. He's attacked my integrity and said I can't be trusted. And now he's even claiming that I was fired from Congress when he knows full well that I lost re-election because the politicians redrew the lines of my district to make it impossible for me to win. So I fully expect Mr. Tiberi to challenge my patriotism now that I'm called for a change of course in Iraq. Senator Cleland knows what I'm talking about. The senator is a war hero who lost 3 of his 4 limbs in Vietnam. But that didn't stop his opponents from saying he was soft on the nation's defense, that he had failed to protect America in the Senate. And let me now say this to Mr. Tiberi. I wore this country's uniform. I am partially disabled from service during the Korean War. I was prepared to die for our country. I am sure as hell don't need lessons in patriotism from people like Mr. Bush or Mr. Tiberi. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming a genuine national hero, a great American, and a good and decent man I am proud to call my friend, the former United States Senator from the state of Georgia, Max Cleland.